Alright, so believe it or not, we had a customer that came in. It was a grandson to this little old lady that owned this 1956 first gen Ford Thunderbird, and she'd had it for about 15 years sitting in storage. I think her husband passed away. Well, she's on the verge of dying. I think it's only got 23,000 miles or 123,000 miles on it. And her dying wish was actually to get it back up and running to go for a drive just one more time, even if it was around the block. She just wanted it running one more time just to hold those memories and bring those memories back before she passed away. And I thought it was a pretty amazing story, so I thought I would go into a little bit more detail on some of the things that we don't think about on the day-to-day. But just hearing that was just like something. I was taken back by it. Alright, so I hadn't posted a video in about a week or so this car came in on Monday, and I briefly heard some of the background, some of the story. But there's this little old gal. I don't want to speculate on age, but she's old enough to the point where her health is slipping and she might not be around too much longer. So one of her dying wishes was to go at least for one more drive, if not around the block, even if someone drove, just one more time in this Ford Thunderbird that she had. So she's having some mechanical stuff done to it at our shop, and we're gonna do I'm sorry, let me just think about this for a minute. So basically we're basically making it sure that where the vehicle runs, drives, and stops. And so we replaced a couple of things, stuff to do with brakes. I think we did the shoes on it, new fuel filter, new fuel tank, tune up, things like that, just to get it kind of running solid enough again for her to be able to have that one last trip. And I think it's pretty much near finished. I don't know if I went home today or not. It might be going home tomorrow, but I was a little bit taken back by it. So I don't know, it really made me start to think about a lot of different things, and I was like, you never know when your time's going to come or when it's going to happen. It can happen when you're older. You hope that it happens when you're older enough to see your kids, grandkids graduate, move on with their lives, maybe even have great grandkids, and so you think about it and you just want to do more with your family when certain things like this, I think, come around and rise. Because like I said, I was kind of taken back by it, and I was like, there's a lot of things I still got to get done around the house, and there's a lot of things that I've had plans on for doing work-wise. And I need to take some time out, just for, even if it's for a moment, to spend more time with the kids, because I know that they know that I love them and I want to be there for them. So the best way to do that is to just be more a part of their life and what it is that they're doing. So last week I pretty much devoted most of my time to try to fix the house up, play more with the kids, do more with them out in the backyard. I actually took them to the Air Museum down in Palm Springs, and that's just a lot of history there, and it means a lot to me to take them there, because not only did was I in the JROTC program for the Palm Springs High School, which is where we were able to go to, was the Palm Springs Air Museum, and I did volunteer work over there. But because some 17, 18 years later, and spending most of my time in service, I've had almost 17 years now in service, being able to reflect back and talk to the kids, hey, your grandpa was in Desert Storm, your uncle was in Vietnam, and your other grandpa was in World War II. In fact, he was a parachuter for 82nd Airborne, and jumped into Paris, France when they had all that going on. And it was just kind of nice to share some of those stories while we were walking around and checking everything out. And even though my oldest daughter, she just got done coming back from the Air Museum the week before with the school, I don't think she knew as much as what the tour offered as far as what I was telling her. So it was kind of nice to take them through and discuss some of that stuff with her. And my youngest daughter, she's still young enough to the point where she's easily excited, especially if she's able to do stuff hands-on, which is great. and she just loved pretending to fly the planes, and she wanted to do everything. I mean, even the simulators. And I was like, no, you're still a little bit too young for the simulator portion, but you can play on some of the other things that they had there that were available for the younger kids. And so that was kind of cool, and they were able to walk down the plane, and they were on a guided tour, and they got a chance to check out some of the insides of some of the bomber planes. And I was like, it was really cool overall. So I wanted to do more with them. I took them to the park, got them some scooters. I think in the beginning of the week they were killer excited about that, so I took them to the park a couple times, and I took them to the park this weekend too, and they just had a blast, you know, going up and down, you know, the skate park ramps and everything else. Went down some slides, took them out to breakfast, lunch, things like that, and just wanting to do more and be more a part of their life, because I don't always have a lot of time off. I think it's really important to spend that kind of time with your kids. And I think it means more to them too, overall and in the long term of things. So that was nice to do, and just some of the things that they can do at their young age, I'm just killer impressed by. I mean, I even took them down to do the rock climbing at one of these theme parks they had in Cathedral City, and they almost made it up to the top. And I even thought to myself, I'm like, you know, when I was younger, I could have totally done that. Now that I'm older, I'm not sure that I actually could do that, because I haven't been rock climbing in years. So it was cool to see what they could do, knowing that they were suspended and they had gravity and they had a cable that was going to protect them from free falling. That they were just more and more comfortable, and they just started climbing, man. They all care in the world was like, I'm going to get to the top, and that was their main focus. And I was rooting them on and everything else. So it's cool to do that kind of stuff with them and see how they progress. But yeah, this lady, so it got me to thinking, you know, with this lady coming in, what sparked all this was just like, you know, you never know when your time's going to be, and do more with the family, do more, be around more, that kind of stuff. So I just took a little bit of me time with the kids and started focusing more of my energy with spending time with them, because life's too short, gentlemen. You just never know when that time's gonna come. And God, I mean, what a dying wish, though, you know, is that's her wish. One more time, one more lap around the block, you know, in the old T-Bird. Anyways, I hope she does get a chance to do that drive. I hope it does give her fulfillment towards the end of her days. And that's all I got, guys. I don't know. Cheers to those of you that have your beers. I hope you're enjoying your work week. Didn't mean to depress the shit out of everybody. Just stuff that I've been thinking about for the last week. Thought I'd share it in a video. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. Share if you want to share. Do more with the family. We'll see you guys next time. Deuces.